5 or 6 or something. I was always class clown and, getting in trouble in school, even starting at that young age,
That little? 5?
I mean, I was always messing around. I don't know if I was being that funny. I was probably being more annoying than funny, but but I was getting it in, though.
Tell us about a moment where you wish you would have said something and you didn't. There's nothing better than this. Say what you mean. 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 Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Aida Rodriguez, and welcome to another episode of Say What You Mean, where people stop by to share those stories, those moments where they wish they would have spoken up and they didn't. You get to hear it first. I always start with my own Say What You Mean, and this one I'm going to keep it real simple. I have a friend who ghosts me whenever she feels like she doesn't have the right answer. Instead of just saying, I can't do this, or I'm not available to show up, or I don't want to go to the party, she just ghosts me. And then she disappears for a big chunk of time and then reappears like nothing ever happened. And I understand this behavior so well because I'm guilty of it. And I just want to release her and say, girl, you don't have to ghost me. It's okay if you can't go. It's okay if you ain't got no money for the dinner. It's okay if you can't come to the comedy show. My feelings will not get hurt. My feelings get hurt when I don't hear from you. So I just want to release everybody who feels like they have to ghost people, including myself.
She talking about me?
No, people have been so upset with me about this. So, all right, now I've introduced our guest. And it actually is somebody who I've known for a long time. I met when I first started doing stand-up. And I just acquired all these homies from up north that I just became cool with. And I'm very happy that I did because, comedy can be lonely. So it's cool when you can call some people your friends. But he's a very talented individual who's garnered this following on the internet by representing a group of people who have always been shown in a different light. And he has redefined what it is to be a cholo, to be of cholo culture, to be Chicano, to be Mexican. And he is beloved. And he's on one of my favorite TV shows that has ever been on television, where I saw my abuela and my bisabuela on a TV show called This Fool, which you can still see on Hulu and is absolutely hilarious. You've seen him on What We Do in the Shadows. Please welcome Frankie Quinones.
What's up?
Is it Quinones or Quinones?
Quinones, yeah.
Sí, con la ñ. Okay.
Yeah, the little wormy homie.
I know. How you doing? It's funny. We got to settle for the way they say our names, right?
Yeah. I've been called all kind of stuff, man. Yeah.
Well, we know Bartholomew, right? Yeah. We know those names.
Conrad. Yeah.
I know. But our names are so like, and ñ is just a Y sound. Like, why is it so hard?
Right. Yeah, they don't get it. They trip out when they see the little ñ.
I know.
Quinones. Like, damn.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You good?
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm happy that you're doing good.
Right.
I saw you at this Christmas party and you were like, man, I went through this season. And then you were like, and now I turned the corner and I'm feeling so good about myself. And I could see it because of your skin.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
You look like you're good. How does it feel to you knowing that because of you, some people who never been seen before feel seen?
Oh, I feel honored. It's like humbling. Because I didn't, when we made that first Cholo Fit video, I thought it was funny, but I didn't know it was going to go that crazy. And then, just embrace it. And then all the people reaching out that, felt connected or seen by it was like, man, that's what's up.
No, I was going to say, it's really interesting to watch how things evolve, right? Like, I remember watching a movie with these girls that were in gangs, like, back in the day, and I fell in love with this movie. I forgot the name of it because
Mi Vida Loca?
Mi Vida Loca, because I can't remember stuff. But I watched that movie. I remember Azules. Like, I was like, I see these girls. They're different than the girls I grew up with, but when I heard them speak and what they were talking about, I could relate to it. So Cholo culture became something that was demonized, like violent, but it's a beautiful culture.
Right.
Then you see it become something that becomes more mainstream. And then you go on TikTok and you see white girls trying to be the cholas.
I think like Gwen Stefani was the first one that was like, hey, she's dressing like a chola. You
Yeah,
know?
she
And
was.
Like, yeah.
So it's interesting to see. So then when somebody like you comes along and you make light of it, it's like, man, this is a beautiful thing, right?
Oh, right on. Yeah.
So do you consider yourself a cholo?
Nah. I mean, I got some cholo stilo for sure.
Yeah.
Like, it turned into like a whole like subculture of style and stuff like that. But, I just how I grew up. My dad always had a lowrider, Chuck Taylor's, Dickies. And then his best friend, my Nino, my godfather, was president of Viejitos Car Club for like 33 years. So I just always grew up around the culture. And they always were repping cholo stilo, but they weren't like gangbanging anymore. They're just going to lowrider car shows and representing their culture,
Right.
So,
yeah, it's beautiful.
So yeah, it's kind of like, it was kind of like a thing for Creeper, like to, I was being straight up called too specific, like by executives and stuff like that. But it was like, it's kind of like to get over that hump of it being like in a negative light, it's associated with violence and da-da-da. But it's like, nah, homie, like there's plenty of cholos just kicking it, like raising families and being good people,
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. What's interesting is that the people who built a country based on violence,
I know, right?
They get
the ones that are like, oh my God, yeah.
It's like this country was built on bloodshed, violence, raping,
literally
murdering
millions, like.
And then they'll look at us and be like, they're a little violent.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Just.
It's crazy. So when you guys do, the great thing about this fool on Hulu is that you get to see a spectrum of what it is. Because, like in my own journey in developing my own TV show, I want to show the hood that I grew up in. I don't want to, people are like, what? And people said stuff about the show. I had arguments about the show where people were like, oh, this representation is negative. Some of us are lawyers and some of us are doctors. And I'm like, and some of us work at factories and some of us are amazing and they're still good people and they show up to work every day and they have honor and they deserve to be seen, right?
Yeah.
So tell me how you felt about that show.
Yeah, oh man, I mean, it was like a blessing and honor, and the most important thing we want to do is make it feel authentic. You know what I mean? Because a lot of time you see our stuff on TV and it's like a little bit off, whether it's the dialogue or the wardrobe or something's off, and so the authenticity was like something that we were all really proud of, because it was like that's it, that's us, and then the thing that got me excited too is like people from other backgrounds that just connected on the family relationships in the show. And stuff like that. So, but yeah, most importantly, it just makes me laugh. It's a funny show. But
no, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah,
that's like my episode.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's funny because one of my tios, my tio Nano, he was always in and out of jail, right? And one time he came out and he goes, "Mijo, come here," and he brought me into the room at my grandma's house, and he's like, "Hey, mijo, you gotta watch out for the devil," And he had a book. It was called "The Devil Made Me Do It."
Oh,
he had his Bible and then he had the book. And in my head, I'm like, damn, bro, like you did this. And he's like, nah, the devil, like dead serious. The devil will make you do crazy things, like. That turned into a whole episode, yeah.
Yo, that episode was so funny. That and the rooster episode,
oh, yeah.
I just laughed so hard. I think it's so funny because it was so culturally significant because I'm Puerto Rican and I grew up in Miami in the inner city. Yeah. But when I watched that show, I could relate the block.
Yeah.
Like we grew up black and brown people on the same block. And it was like we knew each other. We knew the black people spoke Spanish and they would dance salsa, right? And then we over there doing the electric slide, eating collard greens. It's like, and then you look at the world now, they try to make it seem like we are so
separate. Yeah, and it's not, man. Yeah.
It was fun.
I mean, we had black neighbors growing up when I grew up, and it was just like, it was always like a blend of things. I think the show did, because Chris, co-star, plays Julio, he was the, creator, but it was like, he's from, South Central, like Inglewood, and it was that black and brown aspect. I think the show did a good job of like showing that, because like you said, they always want to separate us. Like, no, this is a black show, this is a Latino show, but like, hey, homie, we live amongst each other actually too,
I'd love to hear like people from LA be like, yo, I'm going to the asada. Like that. And I'd be like, yo, I understand.
That asada good, boy.
It is delicious. And your character was so damn funny. So you get out of jail and you get your life together, right? You're in the process of getting your life together. Do you have people that are like, that have been in jail that come up to you and say, man, like, because a lot of people have a hard time realizing that television isn't real.
I know, right? For real, homie. Yeah.
Do people think you actually went to jail, or do you think that
I get asked that a lot. You know, I got busted one time, but that was a long time ago. But you know, it's like
yeah, but you would. How many days were you in there?
7 days.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Because I got busted on a Friday, so that you don't see the judge, and they kept me in there.
Yeah.
Like, but I wasn't all. Yeah,
no, I know like you. That. I know you're not.
I was tapping into like family and stuff like that. You know, I
Yeah.
definitely had uncles who were always picking up from jail and stuff like that. Cousins in and out, so I was tapping into that. But I would, you know, I think most people get it. Like, okay, cool. He's just.
But you humanize that experience because those are still human beings, and a lot of times that people go to jail is because of circumstances, not because they were born and said, you know, I'm gonna be a criminal.
Right.
Like, it's like
I'm going to jail, dog, for sure.
People don't realize that.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. You're literally like one little bad decision away from, you know.
I know
stupid stuff, and then you know, if you're drinking and messed up, and you're in an environment that sets you up for that. You know, it's just like you don't even got a chance to win. Sometimes it's like, but it was it was cool. I don't know. I would say like, some people, I like it when there's some people that have been to jail, or whatever, and they're like, this show, you know, but then they actually watch it. I've had that happen so many times. Where like. And they're like, another show, trying to like, they're looking at it as like mocking us, making fun. But then they were like, but then I watched it, homie, and I was like, it's like grounded characters and stuff. But you know, they thought it was gonna be over the top or something. But so that I always love to hear that, you know.
No, you could feel the journey of the character, like the person that's trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And we are always trying to do the right thing. Most of us.
Yeah,
right?
most of us.
Just even if we don't go to jail, we're, you know, like, especially when you come from an environment like that, like how many times have I been in my head, like if I punch this lady in the face, I'm gonna go to jail. You can't do that. Like you go to jail for that.
But you go through those steps in your head, like, okay, yeah.
How dare me look down on anybody. It's crazy. Can you think of a time where you wish you would have said something and you didn't?
You know what? This is gonna sound crazy, but
no, it's not.
No, because it's so shallow. But it was like a whole situation recently. Like me and my homie Donnie, Devani. Hey, Donnie, when you watch this, homie, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. But this barista, homie, he was like, we were in Venice, right? And I was ordering a coffee, and this other lady was leaving with like another one. It was like a horchata espresso thing, and I was like. Well, hey, could I change my order to that? Not a big deal if not. And the guy like put the little cup down, and he's like, I can make you the horchata one. And I was like, damn, homie, I'm just asking a question. And he had like the emo hair and shit. And he was like, and I was like, damn. And then so the girl felt bad, the other barista, and she just like took it from him. And I was like, damn, I should have said something, you know? And I got so obsessed with it. And my homie was with me. He got obsessed with it too. Like, man, I should have told that fool something. Like, you don't talk to people like that. There's no reason to be rude. You know, I was being cool with him. So we got as far as like, I'm trying to go to Yelp, homie. I'm trying to find this fool's name. I'm like researching, going deep, like obsessing over this, like whatever with this fool, you know? And I end up like, I get a hold of the people because I want to put his name. It was so stupid, homie. And then they were like, oh, he put his 2 weeks in. And I was like, there you go, homie. And I ended up meeting the owner like, later on.
Did?
Yeah, and I was like, hey, homie, that little emo fool, like he was rude to me and da. But I was like, it would have all been avoided if I would have just said something in the moment, you know? I was like, I should have just told him, like, hey, man, you don't got to be rude like that, you know?
Wait, tell it to the camera. What would you, if you had the opportunity and he's there, what would you say to him?
I said, hey, man, I just asked you a question. You know, you don't got to talk to me like that. You know, it's an easy question, just yes or no. You don't got to be snap at me like that. Well, but you know, in my head, I'm gonna jump over the thing, like, you know, like try to put that food in, you know. But I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna go to jail over a barista, homie, you know, like.
And then you think you piss you off because you know you are actually Mexican.
Oh yeah,
and he's tripping on an horchata latte,
I know.
right?
There was levels to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this dude needs to get punched, homie. You know, like. But then I was like, I felt weak because I kept obsessing over it. And I'm like, dude, let it go, homie. It's not a big deal. You know, homie probably obviously didn't like his job, you know, like whatever. But I was like, I just wanted to punch him just one time. Just
one. You know what? The funny thing, I've been thinking about that. Like when something like that minor bothers me, I'm like, I've been going in deep. Like, what is it about this? Like, because I obsess about stuff, and it's 3 days later, and I'm
exactly like that. That's just one example, but you know. I try to like dig deep, like, yo, what's my issue? Homie? Why am I tripping off this emo barista for like 3 days? Homie, like, and not like all day, but just like, it gets in there like, hey man, man.
It feels I get like that. I'm always like, is this because my mom left me at the park that day and didn't come back for me? She forgot how.
Yeah, it's always like that, Oh, can I say shit? Sorry, my bad. Oh, okay, cool.
We cuss a lot.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Everybody cusses. I think I love this say what you mean, because this is what I was talking about. Like when I thought about it, and people like always, people get real deep or whatever, but those little moments where you're like, why didn't I say something?
Yeah, why didn't I say something?
Why didn't I stand up for myself?
But then it was just like a little moment though, but it's like, it makes you look deeper in yourself, like you said, like, damn, I was like, I still feel like just like one punch, homie. Not mess him up all bad, but just, hey, come on, homie. Wake up.
He put in his 2 weeks. So I don't even know if people put in their 2 weeks at a coffee shop. Like,
just leave, homie. Yeah.
He didn't belong there to begin with.
Nah. Not with hair like that.
All right, so this is called Should Have Kept That. I'm gonna read you a story that comes from the outside.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna tell you something somebody said, and you tell me if they should have said it or not. They should have kept it.
Okay.
All right. So I'm part of a 3-mom friend group. We all have 8-year-olds. There are a lot of activities together and play dates. One of the moms is single and currently dating. She noticed that my daughter is never available for play dates at her house. I told her that I don't feel comfortable because she has a lot of traffic in her home. She told me that she thought it would be best if we terminate our friendship. The other mom told me that I should have just lied like she does. So should she have kept that, or should she have told her that she has so much traffic?
Well, what's their situation? Like
they've been friends with their kids.
They've been friends for a long time?
Yeah, with their little kids. They've been doing everything together.
The traffic things was getting me. I'm like,
look, your leg is shaky.
I'm like, yeah.
You mad for her?
I'm mad for her. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, say it.
You think she should have
Right?
said it?
I don't know. I mean, what's the traffic? Is it crazy? Like,
She's a hoe.
yeah. Oh shit. My dumb ass. Oh, what's the traffic? Yeah.
You changed.
Yeah, no.
You got a TV show and now look at you bougie now.
A lot of traffic. I was like, is she dealing drugs? Like,
I mean, I can see that too. Yeah.
I mean, she's kind of being stuck up though, right? In your opinion, like, yeah.
But they're married, so like sometimes married people act like that with single people. Some of them, they're like, "Oh, my husband, and my husband." And I'm so tired. I have a friend, and I'm like, I knew Jerry before he was your husband. You could just call him Jerry now. Like, we don't have to call him.
I want my husband. Okay. Yeah.
So she was like, I think she was trying to say, you got too many dudes in your house, and I don't want my little girl over there.
Yeah. She should have said that. Yeah.
You think she should have?
I mean, for little girls there, like.
Yeah. So she can't go to your house because you's the.
Yeah. Use. And like, how much traffic like that? She got.
Yeah. And this is the shaming portion of the show.
Do you? But I mean, the kids and stuff.
Yeah. I could never go on. I never went on a play date. Like, I never spent the night at anybody's house. I got molested in my own house. No, I'm just, I'm gonna stop because my mom watches this.
Yeah, I don't think my mom and dad would never let me do that.
I met your parents. Your parents are so cool.
Yeah, they're cool as hell.
They came to the Marcella's party.
Oh, yeah.
Release
That's right.
Party.
Yeah, they're kicking it.
They were just so cool. Okay, say it with your chest. So this is our lightning round of questions. Smash or pass going to Coachella?
Smash. I'll go.
Yeah, here we go.
Say it. I'm picturing all the white people like, oh, good vibes, but like, there's also some dope going on there too. So yeah.
I saw Becky G at Coachella do a tribute to Selena.
Oh, my mom loves Becky G. Yeah,
she was great. That was like one of the best tributes I ever saw for Selena.
Cool.
Selena's. Would you rather do comedy clubs or theaters?
Theaters.
You like?
I love comedy clubs though. No, not knocking, but just love doing one big show.
Yeah. How old were you when you realized that you were funny?
Ooh, I mean, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 or something. I was
Yeah.
always class clown and, you know, getting in trouble in school, even starting at that young age, you know.
That little 5?
I mean, you know, I was always messing around. I don't know if I was being that funny. I was probably being more annoying than funny, but, you know, but I was getting it in, though.
Did you make your parents laugh when you were little?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could tell. Fight or flight, 49 guinea pigs.
49 guinea pigs? What the
I love their reactions to me.
49 guinea pigs? Oh,
This is Vanessa, just so
wait,
that you know.
like flight. I'm out, like, yeah,
You
right?
out, you're not going to fight them?
Guinea pigs?
Yeah.
No, homie. I feel like, I mean, you know, I could kick them. They're little homies, right? They're like that big.
Some people eat them.
For real? Oh,
Yeah.
like who? Like,
People
we don't
from
wanna say it?
Argentina.
Oh, what?
I think, yeah, some people in Argentina, some people, they eat coyote, they eat, in other parts,
Damn,
Guatemala.
Argentinians are like high class, or
Guatemala.
high class Latinos to me, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the ones that you see, the ones that get marketed. They have a lot of indigenous and black people in Argentina.
Oh,
You
wow.
never
And they
get
be
to
eating guinea pigs. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm not saying that the black people and the indigenous are the ones that eat the guinea pigs. I mean, because, you know, I was on a plane with a white man who was on his way to go eat bear. So,
Okay.
And then,
oh, whoa.
yeah, they hunt the animals and they eat the animals
eat
that
bear,
they kill.
okay.
And then also I got invited to a fundraiser where they were, and I think this is illegal. They were serving lion meat.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's like that movie, The Freshman. They're serving that Komodo dragon or whatever. But they're really just serving chicken, and they tell people it's that.
And they pay a lot of money for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I would eat. Komodo dragons are poisonous, right? If they get you,
I don't know. Yeah,
That's disgusting.
I think that was what was in the movie. Yeah, Marlon Brando, The Freshman, and Matthew Broderick. I think it was. I don't know,
Yeah.
that's an old school movie, but
Who's your favorite actor?
dang, that's tough. I don't know.
You calling out Marlon Brando and
I know, but yeah. I don't. I said, damn, that's tough for me. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like running through like my favorite movies, you know, but they're all like corny ass comedies.
what's your favorite movie?
I don't know. Top
Top 3. That way you don't feel,
3, La Bamba.
You know what though?
Yeah.
I love a half white, half Native American man really played the hell out of Richie Valens.
Oh yeah, he's part Filipino too, isn't he?
Is he part Filipino too?
I think so. Yeah, Lou Diamond Phillips. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might be Filipino and not Native. Well, sorry, Lou Diamond, you just did a whole video that went viral.
Yeah, but
about-
he did it, man. He did a good
And I
job.
love Isai Morales.
Oh yeah.
And you know he's
Bob.
Puerto Rican.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of Puerto Ricans that played parts in Mexican films. Even American Me, you know, the young Edward James Olmos Santana, he's
Yeah.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, because they don't write roles for Puerto Ricans, so they gotta play Mexican.
They do a good job though. Yeah. Happy Gilmore.
Okay, I like Happy Gilmore. That's Adam Sandler, right?
Yep. Yep. The golfing one.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Let me see. Stand and Deliver I like a lot, but that's another Lou Diamond Phillips. I don't want to get too crazy on that.
Stand and Deliver was good.
Yeah, it's good. Born in East LA. That was a classic. And Rudy, I like that movie. Me and my dad watch Rudy like once a year, homie. Yeah.
Yeah, Rudy is a class, and then he ends up being Rudy ends up being a hobbit in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And then he's sold out. He plays so much. So he's in like 50 First Dates with Adam Sandler. He has a list.
Right.
He's the one on steroids. Like
Yeah,
such a good actor.
Yeah.
Sean Astin.
Yeah, Sean Astin.
So do you know that one of the most successful actors in Hollywood that can get a movie made is Michael Peña,
Oh, wow.
Latino? He's one of the very few people that can get a movie greenlit that is Latino.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. I just learned that this year, and I was like,
Because he's a Scientologist, that's why.
Is that what it? That's what everybody keeps saying. Is that what it is? Should we change our religion?
Oh, no, yeah. No.
I believe in rockets. Like, what are they doing?
Shout out to shout out to Michael Payne. Yeah. He's a Cholo Fit fan, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Saw him. I met him at. I saw him at the La Cena, like that event that John.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, it's funny because now there seems to be like some sort of community in Hollywood with the Latinos.
Yeah.
But it's good to see like the spectrum. Like I told you, this food, like it was just, it meant a lot to a lot of people because we got to see something we never got to see before.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes. They wanted Michael Pena to play Luis.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, ABC. Shout out to ABC. Hey, thank you for
And what, if you could say one thing to your favorite teacher, what would it be?
Thank you, and I'm sorry for the.
I'm sorry is the first.
Yeah. Hey, one time she turned around and I was standing on my desk doing like bodybuilding moves, just like because I would jump up on my desk when she was writing the chalkboard, and I would just like do bodybuilding moves, and the class is all laughing. She turned around and caught me. I was like, oh shit. But I was doing.
You said thank you, and I'm sorry. Who's the teacher? Do you remember her name?
Yeah, Miss Ditter. Yeah, what a crazy name, Ditter.
Ditter. That sounds like a character in an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, she was like half black, half white, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was your why was she your favorite teacher?
Just because I don't know, she spent a lot of extra time on me. Like after class, like she liked me, but I was like wilding out in class, you know? And then, but she would sit with me and like, see, yo, like, what's up? You know, what's up with you? And I remember it just stuck with me. You know, she kind of gave me some guidance and stuff like that. But, you know, my mom and dad always had love, but there was crazy stuff going on in our house, you know?
Yeah.
So like, she gave me that extra attention I needed, you know, to kind of calm my down. Yeah.
It's so funny because when I met your parents, they look so calm and sweet.
Yeah. Well, my mom's crazy though, straight up. But yeah, my dad's like the chill one.
Yeah.
But my mom can put it when she meets people. Oh, hi, well, so nice to meet you and everything. Yeah,
she was very sweet.
But yeah, she got that fire in her though. Yeah.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah.
Right? Like my mom, pobrecita, I felt bad for my siblings because I got to leave. I left early and I was like, yeah. I wish you well, people. It's amazing because you know the Latino culture is always perceived to be machista, but the women really do run shit behind the scenes, and people really like as much as the men are always like the abuelas are the ones that are like, this is what we're gonna do. We're crossing the border.
Yeah.
You know, like. We're moving to America.
Yeah.
And it's a very interesting dynamic, like where you see that's why I love that show, because you saw the difference between the grandmother and the mother.
Yeah.
And the sister even, like the sister was very Americanized.
Right.
Yeah, and then you, and then Chris's character, and then the girlfriend, the crazy girlfriend, Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's so, like it was just, you saw everything that is us.
Yeah.
You know? And I think I really wanted to come back.
I know. Yeah, it was heartbreaking.
It's okay. You got more stuff coming.
Yeah, it'll be all good.
Yeah, more stuff is coming. So what's next for you? What are you doing now?
I'm getting ready to record my 1 hour Hulu special that the homegirl Ali Wong's directing.
Yeah, congratulations.
It'll be out in October. Yeah.
Yes.
And then that's it. Then just writing and developing a few things. I'm working on something with the homie Prentice Penny, like an animated series with my characters and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah. We need that. We need that.
Yeah.
I like Prentice too. Prentice has a good sensibility.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He gets it, you know.
Yeah. And so and are you touring right now?
Yeah. Touring.
So when people want to come see you live, where do they go?
FrankieQuinones.com. Yeah. I'm on social media at Frankie Quinones or Cholo Fit Creeper.
Is the website, does it have an N or is it N?
That's the thing. That's a messed up thing about the internet, homie. Yes. Is that when you put an N in, it like trips out, like filling out forms and everything. And sometimes people, you don't put the N. I'm like, I tried, homie. The computer, like, hey, I don't know. Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Rodriguez is supposed to have an accent, and I gave up on that accent during the SAT days. And then now some things will put it, but when you do it online, it trips out. I always try, and then it always puts a little like weird thing or something like. But it's the most spoken language in America. It's Spanish.
For real? Mm-hmm. Dang. We still can't get
they still can't give us that.
Can't get the computer to accept the
love that this
little
is
wormy homie.
Yeah. You have to do a video about it. Like this is the alien.
Yeah, the
yeah. I'm glad you did this. We've been wanting to get you here, so I'm so happy that you're here.
Oh yeah, anytime.
You know,
got mad love for you.
I got mad love for you too, and we got Jabari in common.
I know, that's crazy, man. I was on the way over here. I was like, damn, how long have I known Ida, man? And I was like, it's over a decade for sure. You
were at the, I did the Sunday at the Punchline.
Yeah.
And I think you were there and Ali Wong was there.
Oh, yeah.
And me and Vanessa drove up to the Bay to audition for, Maximini was up there. We went to audition for Def Comedy Jam.
Oh, crazy.
And ain't none of us get it. We wasted all that gas, emotional labor.
That's the game. Yeah.
Writing. But it was that's the first time I met you, that I believe I met you guys is I went up there because I used to go up there. And then she went up there they would go for the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition. And,
Yeah.
And
Tommy T's.
And I would go to watch.
Cool. Support the homies, yeah.
That's it. But if you don't know Frankie Quinones, you should, because he's one of the funniest people on the internet. And it comes all from a place of love. And you're always going to have a good time in his presence. So make sure that you follow him and that you go see him. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you being on Say What You Mean. We want to invite you to follow us on social media at SWYM Pod on all social media platforms. If you are listening, please hit the subscribe button if you're on Spotify or Apple. If you are watching, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to give us your rating and your review. And we will see you next time on Say What You Mean.